He decides to choose, so.
Okay. And what's your page? Dang, sis, what's your page? What's the name of your...
What you want me right?
And the name of her page on there.
It's Obsessed with Justice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get in first, or you can
On
score.
IG.
No, you good.
No, you good. Where's the marker at?
Put me in the heat.
I'm live.
Dirty mouth.
I'm live.
Right.
This is another new Black World Order TV Productions. Uh-huh. Cha. What's happening? Tonight we're going to be talking about community policing. Can black people police themselves in their own community? And we're going to get started in a few minutes. I'll be right back with you. Y'all know how.
Speak to that mic right there.
1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2.
I got you.
You got the rule of
Testing
zigzag,
1 2
zigzag.
1 2. Testing 1 2.
I understand this jump. That jump belongs.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
That man worked perfect.
Testing
That
1 2
one.
1 2.
Let me say.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
There we go.
Testing 1 2
Alright.
1 2.
Yeah. Still remember to speak up and project though.
Cause I've been in
And
the
then
storm.
push that right there. Push the other one in the middle.
Yeah.
Push this one in the middle.
If I need to talk out, let me see. Cause the lady's down the other end. Let me see if I can hear this on the mic over there.
Welcome to use
There.
Bluetooth microphone. Bluetooth mode.
Don't you connect?
Bluetooth disconnected.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, cool. So y'all can all y'all can focus on that mic right there. And if I need to say something
Do
from
y'all need that board over here or
no, I like the book because
Okay, yes,
it
ma'am.
give it like
a light?
not like a light, but it kind of closed the voice in a little bit because you see the earth
Oh,
don't
like
have no staff
acoustic.
on.
You want to put your,
Okay, got you.
thing up here?
Yeah.
Which one?
The IG or Facebook?
Big brother. Frank, what's yours?
Florida_French 21. That's IG.
That's what, IG or
That's IG.
what is it again?
Florida_French 21.
Yo, what up, brother?
Cool.
What you doing?
You gonna be able to press start on mine when it's time? Thank you.
Need that
I
one.
just lay it on down there. Excuse me.
Nope, wrong. That one.
Oh, all right. Look, I don't need to be sensitive.
Hold on, that was a lot of reference.
Look, I was trying to get past now.
Don't want your mask all in.
I'm a little bigger than the average. No, bro, I was just trying to get on a little bit more. I joined online, don't give me shy. Chill.
Hey, it's kind of
I guess I can try to go live for you. Little
Maybe you
time
can chair
I
like you sit
have.
right
yeah,
there.
maybe, yeah.
You sit like maybe
you could
between
sit.
Shonda and Frank.
Yeah.
Or you look between Shonda and Frank.
I can scoot up some too. Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe we all.
We deep tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the whole
We can't
community.
even get everybody on camera.
Live and tell them to.
We got the whole
Tune in.
community up in the building.
I will do a live for Top of the Street Facebook, Instagram. Tell them to tune in to the live on Facebook. All right.
All right.
Make it public.
What's going on, everybody? You already know it's your girl. I am Zavi D. Morgan, Lady CEO, aka the Purpose Pusher, y'all. And so today on Street Talk of the Week, I got to talk of the streets, y'all. I have Lawrence Robinson, aka King Shaw, and friends, y'all, in the building.
In the
And we
building.
are talking about community policing, okay? Florida French right there, too. You remember him, Bible study in the hood, absolutely. So, listen, we're going to be talking about community policing. We're going to be, just bringing up a lot of topics to just have our minds jogging a little bit about what that actually looks like, what it takes, and everything like that. So, if you have some questions that you would like to chime in with, make sure that you tune into the live on Facebook, Talk the Street Entertainment. We're also going to be live on Shy Love's page, Obsessed with Justice.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, Obsessed with Justice, and Pops Homes on Facebook, Queenie7 on Facebook, Meek Ross on Facebook, and on IG again, Florida_French 21. All right, y'all. So,
And sleepy.
And sleepy.
And sleepy, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay? So listen, family, tune in. All right, peace.
All right. So you ready?
Upside down. Good job.
Did you see that?
We got a whole,
It's a good thing you say smell of it.
You better stop her.
Yeah, we got a whole, we getting deep up here.
Yeah.
So I want to show everybody in the building. That's my man Sleepy. Well, this is Florida French.
Queenie 7.
Pops Holmes.
Meek Ross.
Meek Ross.
Rick Ross.
Right. So which organizations do y'all represent?
We represent Black Power Movement.
The Black Power Movement. We got the Huey P. Newton Gun Club in the building.
What's going on, everybody?
Mm-hmm. No doubt. And these are some of the youth that actually made history last year, right? Because they turned the city up. And I'm very proud of these youth, and they're here to discuss. What does it look like? What is the who, what, why, where, and when about us policing our own community? Since there was a lot of talk during the protests about dismantling the police department, and we wanted to take the mantles of law enforcement into our own hands. And tonight we're going to discuss, can we handle that job? Can we take on that job? Do we have the mental fortitude and the capacity to do such a thing, right? What does it entail? What is the who, what, why, where, when, and how? Can black people accept authority among their own kind? That's the question.
It's the talk of the streets, y'all. It's the
We
talk of the
know
streets.
that it's high time that we get some authority among ourselves, but would we respect black authority? That's the question. Because if we can't respect black authority, then white supremacy will rule us forever. And so I want to kick this off. I want to ask, what is police in our own community? And I want every one of you to give your perspective on what is police in our own community. When should we do it? How should we do it? Why should we do
Or
it?
how you recently did it.
And how did you recently do it? Have you ever made any attempts at it? Did you have any success stories? Share that. So, I mean, anybody want to grab a part of that question and tell me?
And introduce yourself before you get going.
Right, because we're talking to a city, the city of Richmond.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And we know that most of the citizens in Richmond support the police department.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And they accept those officers as what? Authorities.
Right.
When he pull up and he say they dispersed on him.
Right. Yes.
Right? So would our people respect us in the same way? That's the question. How do you bring this about? Will the majority of the citizens of Richmond entrust us with policing? How do we market this to them? How do we put this idea before them that they would be comfortable enough to support us physically, mentally, and financially?
I'll speak.
All right, we got
Okay.
Shonda,
Queenie.
Queenie. Sure.
So first, you have to understand and realize there's a problem in the community first.
That's right.
And then you have to approach it in a way that's going to be empathetic or sympathetic in regards to the situation. We actually policed our own community, about 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So what happened was, it was a situation with some sex trafficking, things of that nature. First thing was, we showed concern. The girl put out her video, and when I woke up the next morning, the chat was already
On
on
fire.
fire. So,
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to look at the girl's full video. First thing I did was call the girl, spoke to her, she ran the whole thing down. Next thing I knew, I got on the phone with them, called Pops and Dre, sent them on a mission, to scope out the area, to see what was going on, because the police, they were nowhere around, you know, so we were first on the scene.
So
or
you mean to
whatnot.
tell me you were there before the police?
Actually, Pops and another member of our organization was
Now,
there
that's
on the
awesome.
scene
That's
awesome.
before they got there.
That's awesome.
So, you know,
Definitely
but
like
I
to
think
see that.
first you have to show some type of concern and you have to be empathetic to the situation and want to help, so.
Okay. Anybody else want to share their perspective? Pops?
Yeah, Pops Holmes.
Pops Holmes.
I kind of want to piggyback on what Queenie Seven just said. The crazy thing about it is not only we were on the scene at the hotel to smoke this guy out before the police got there, when the police finally did get there, they blocked off all the entrances and the exits. And then we got information that the guy was actually over at the other hotel near the airport. So had they not been blocking off the entrances, I literally pulled in on the other side as he was pulling out the sex traffic.
Right.
So, I mean, as far as policing our own, I mean, we did that. And then when we went to go get information to try to help get the other girls back, when the police did show up, they showed up in riot gear, had AR-15s in their hand, walking down in the community now.
Wow.
In the community.
Wow.
What was that? What was that at?
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
Yeah, it's fair.
We was in the community, and they came out 25, 30 deep in riot gear, and all we were trying to do was locate these girls.
Facts.
And lo and behold, we finally got information and confirmation that the girls were safe. Prior to that, the police wasn't moving, wasn't really doing nothing. And had we not jumped in and done that, that dude would have took them girls to another city
Ain't
and
that
still been
something?
selling them to other people. We're
Right.
talking about our children,
Right,
you know. So
right.
that's my perspective on that.
I'm Meek Ross.
What's up, Meek?
I feel like if maybe you're working with the community versus like trying to demand the community, it might could work.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Like instead of telling them what to do, maybe asking them what can you do to help.
Right.
Right.
Or like, you know, what is the problem that you guys are having? So I think maybe it could work if you do it the right way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to being able. Hey, I'm Frank, aka Florida French. I think that when it comes down to policing after ourselves in our community, it comes down to being able to walk into any community and identify with them and finding a common interest. Also, I believe that it takes for that person to have the courage to be the change that they want to see. Meaning that you have to be selfless in most situations and say, hey, well, you know right from wrong. Well, I'm going to stand up for what's right in this manner because you know what you're doing is wrong. And, you know, it comes down to being able to master de-escalation tactics. And as well as, you know, being able to take the attention off the immediate situation and get that person to focus on you without screaming and have them calm down, you know. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're talking to a person and you can take their attention off the person that they're angry at or verbally or they're having a verbal disagreement with, a lot of times you can stop a bad situation from turning worse.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I can relate to an experience to where one of my friends was going to shoot her boyfriend, and I stepped in the middle, and you know, you know, it was like I stepped in front of a moving car, and I was like, hey, no, you're not going to do that, and you know, it turned out for the better. You know, because also domestic violence situations affect our community
That's
greatly.
right.
You know, and a lot of the times, you know, emotions are involved, and crimes of passion are all
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
too are all too
Happen
often
too
seen,
often,
happen
right.
too
Right.
often.
Right. And that's a nice one to discuss as far as domestic violence, because even with current law enforcement, one of the most dangerous causes is domestic cause.
Yes.
Right.
So now we're getting into how would you handle a domestic call? Like let's say this is my wife. You come to my house. I'm smacking her around. I had me a couple of Hennessy's, and you know what I'm saying, I might took me some mileage or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm turned, right? And She was looking at that nigga at the laundromat. I seen her looking at that nigga at the laundromat. So when we got back home, I said, man, we ain't looking at that nigga at the laundromat for. Smack her upside the head. Right, she called y'all. And I'm on some, I ain't submitting type stuff.
Right.
How you gonna handle me? Are you gonna tase me? Are you gonna shoot me like the white supremacist cop? I just wanna know, right? Because if I'm the citizen and I wanna, you know, transfer the power of law enforcement over to certain individuals, I wanna know, is you gonna shoot me? Because I don't wanna go. How you gonna handle me? What would be different? How would you
Don't call
police?
don't call us the cops. Don't call us the cops.
When I say community, she said pops. Community.
My bad, my son,
Yeah,
my bad.
well, you know, cop just mean
know
Christian
I
on
ain't
the
right.
So I'm just saying, what would be different with you guys if you were the community patrol officers, right? And I ain't want to go. Cause I told her when y'all came, she better not say I hit her. But her eye this big, somebody hit her.
Okay. Go ahead.
I can't because I've actually had this situation happen
Yeah.
on several occasions. And I've actually worked security in clubs and whatnot, and I've come down the scene where the guy was beating the girl up and whatnot. And the first thing we did was we separated them. You know what I'm saying? Separated them immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you
Because-
can't tell my woman where to go.
Oh, I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, if there's physical
No, I'm just
violence
giving you the
going
type
on,
of attitude
we
that
gotta
a person would have.
we gotta break it up. So if it's physicality and it's still physicality, then we gotta get physical and break that up. Separate the two. And once you separate the two, that's when you work on de-escalation, like Florida French was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've had to do that. And as far as shooting people, I mean, I'm not sure if you saw when the Trump train came through a few months ago in November, and they hit somebody with their car. And one of the Trump supporters pulled out a gun on a guy that was with Sleepy.
Yes, I seen the video. I seen
And
the
if you
video.
heard, I gave him 5 warnings
Yeah, I
to
seen
put
you.
it
I
put it
seen-
away.
I seen you, yeah.
And I had 1, 2, 3, 4 pistols on me.
Right,
I didn't
right.
pull none of them.
Exactly.
I didn't pull none of them.
But I'm at this house, right? And I really want you to leave because we ain't separate. And she got a snapper, and that joint got me crazy.
I mean, from a personal aspect, if I show up, she lumped up.
Man, you gonna kill me. So
No, I ain't even
no.
gonna kill you. Like, it ain't even no talking. Like, if I am policing, you going to jail, bro.
but
That's
I
another
don't
thing.
wanna go.
Where are we going? Where are we
You
going
going.
to take each other?
No, but I
What are
don't.
we gonna do?
So, I just, where you gonna take me
Housing
to?
them at.
Where you housing me? So you need tax money to
fund
build a
it.
prison.
Right.
So what I'm saying, that's why we having this conversation, because I want to know how we really thought this out. Because I'm not going. She got a snapper, and that nigga next door that was at the
You're
laundromat.
going to get some help.
If you lock me
I'm
up,
not going to jail.
if you lock me up,
Well, I would say if, okay, let's say for instance, if I'm gonna have a woman officer with me. It's gonna be 2 women officers.
oh yeah, I like that.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna beat both
first,
of y'all.
if,
No, bro.
So-
Come on. Real life
No,
scenarios.
I'm giving you
Real life scenarios.
You absolutely are. So technically, if it's me and Meek coming to the scene for a domestic violence situation, the first thing we're gonna do is observe the scene and see what level of threat you are at. You feel what I'm saying?
I already told you that girl
right.
got a snapper.
You told us that. That's what was told on the phone. However, when we get to the scene, you may have calmed down by then. You feel what I'm saying?
No, because she was looking at that dude at the laundromat.
He is your worst case scenario.
I'm your worst case scenario. And
So, okay, so if that's the case, then if you on 10 when we pull up and there's no type of communication, because first I'm gonna try to communicate with you. That's first and foremost. And if there's no communication, if we can't get a common ground between conversing, then now I'm gonna detain you. Because now I have to have control. So now I'm gonna put you in handcuffs or the zip ties and have you have a seat until you can act like a grown ass man and we can converse.
okay, so it's you and your other female partner.
Exactly.
So like when I was like 15, 16 years old, right, this scenario happened.
Mhm.
It's two female cops came in, right? I grabbed both of them by the hair and clucked their heads together.
But that wouldn't happen. You have Meek and Queen as the officers. That wouldn't even happen. That wouldn't happen. But go ahead, Frank.
We can't really say that.
That it won't happen.
We can't say that it wouldn't happen because that's an assumption of facts.
Right, because you know, what unfolds on the field is different than what you talked about before you left the station. Right, so I'm saying this is unfolding. I'm mad because she talked to the dude at the laundromat and she got a snapper and I don't want nobody to have it. And I lumped her up and I'm not going nowhere because I think that dude gave her the phone number. And soon as y'all lock me up, he coming over there to get that snapper. And listen, I don't know what y'all say. I down with this girl.
So then we just gotta wrestle you down and tie you up.
So y'all ain't no different
I
than
think
the
that
white
Cause
cop
I ain't ready to
system. I
beat
just,
you up.
cause y'all,
I didn't say put
I'm
my
a black
hands
brother. Y'all supposed to
You're
let
gonna
me
get
get
detained.
away
If
with it.
you're on 10, you're gonna get detained so I can control the situation.
We the same color scheme.
All skin folk ain't kinfolk, bro.
That don't mean
All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
There you go.
Yo, Malcolm X was killed by a black man, you hear me?
No, but you know, that's some of the things we say to the black Richmond police officers. Come on, bruh. We black, bruh. I know she got about 5 knots on her head, but y'all can come back tomorrow and talk about this.
no, we can talk about it right now.
Or you know what, how about this? This is what's gonna happen. She lumped up you on 10, I'm going in the house, I'm taking her, handcuffing her, and we going. I'm gonna take her to a safe place. Then you can deal with your stuff on your own.
Well, I'm over my dead body,
Check this
man.
out, though. Check this out, though, right? Check this out, though,
All
right?
right,
So, like you just said, the whole point of us even having this conversation is so people can stop feeling like, oh damn, he a black cop, he's supposed to let me get away with it. Because at the end of the day,
we want to know,
at
what
the
are you
end of the day,
saying when you
that's
say
what the
dismantle
white
police
system is
department?
doing. That's
Are you
what the
saying
white
you want to
system
get
is
away with
doing.
everything?
That's what the white system is doing. Because you white, you're gonna do 2 months on a sex trafficking charge.
Right,
But if you're black, you're going under the jail.
right,
You know what I'm saying? For the same charge that this white man caught. So the point of us even having this conversation is so that there can be equality.
right,
No
right.
matter what color you are, if you do some fucked up shit, you deserve to be treated like a fucked up person. You know what I'm saying?
Well-
Like at the end of the day, my stepdad was black and my mama was black.
So I don't have a
Well, my
right to a fair
stepdad beat the shit out of
trial?
my
I don't
mom.
have a right to a fair trial?
Yeah.
Because I'm a messed up person, do I have a right to a?
Yes, you have.
You know,
That's why I
because
said you gonna
that's
get
what they
detained.
doing to George Floyd right now. So all I'm saying is, yeah, I'm a messed up person, and
And you
I
going-
lumped her
And you
up.
going to trial.
I lumped her up.
Yeah, you gonna try.
But I'm not going.
You going? I'm gonna make you go.
We're gonna.
I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna beat you up, but I'm
So
gonna make
we're
you
talking
go.
about policing ourselves
Right.
and actually having a court system.
Because you gotta have a court system.
Or are we talking about more of security? And like you said, who said show up and just take the woman away?
Me.
Cause that was smart. Cause then he could be acting a fool. Y'all can wrestle him to the ground.
Right.
He can
And if-
act a fool.
He can act a fool by
And
himself.
right, and y'all can take her to a safe
Right,
location.
right.
Because if we set up a system,
Yeah.
if we set up a system based on just color of skin, then I would convince you to come
I
back.
wouldn't.
And when you leave, I kill her.
I wouldn't.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
So we gotta understand what justice is.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Right?
personally,
It can't be based on the color of a.
yeah, health crisis type situation. You probably need to detox. You know, maybe
Okay.
you don't act like that when you're in your right state of mind.
Right.
You know, maybe you only do it when you get drunk. Maybe you have a substance abuse problem. Maybe we have to get to the bottom of that. So it would be an injustice.
Don't mean he don't need a pretty sure.
If I'm gonna go out there and put my life
All
on,
right, so
I don't need pretty sure. See, I need to know, so we're trying to talk to the community and tell them that white women's police system needs to be dismantled and that we should be allowed to police our own people. So I wanna know, do I have legal assistance, full legal assistance, full medical assistance, right? If I get shot in the brain, is there a brain surgeon around that's gonna help?
I mean, at the hospital,
Okay.
why take him to the regular hospital? Right. We ain't gotta have a black hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna go, you get transported to the regular hospital like
But
everybody.
After we do that, I'm gonna review that.
I have a question.
Yeah, that's part of building the
If you're
economy.
an organ donor, if you're an organ donor and you start dying and whatnot, and
they
you black,
they're gonna
they gonna let you die,
transfer
understand that?
So we
Please
do
believe
that.
That's a
We do
whole
get
nother
all
topic
that.
right there.
Yes.
Facts,
Right.
hello.
Yeah.
Going in with the fluid.
So I think
Come out your
what
kidneys
they
gone.
meant when they was like, they're pretty sure, is because when we were doing things like protesting last year, we noticed that there are some people who are in those fields who actually back us.
It is.
So-
Yes, absolutely.
So
My
there
wife
are
is a nurse. My
lawyers,
wife is a nurse for 30 years. She's
Okay.
out there with us.
All right.
there
So
are
that's
lawyers,
the
there are doctors.
So y'all hear
back
that?
the movement.
These guys
Yeah.
actually thought out medical.
Well, we have medics.
Yeah, we
See,
have
that's-
medics.
That's how we knew that nobody in the Black Lives movement type of scene was there on January the 6th.
Right.
Because
There was
they
some
had
medics.
no coordination, they had no medics,
Nothing.
they had nobody doing nothing, nobody was passing out
No
water,
bonds,
nobody staying hydrated.
And no matter how many times they call us
monkeys.
monkeys, we don't climb walls.
Yeah, so that's the
Nobody
difference
tell that
between
nigga how to
us
go through that
and
window.
them.
All right.
And
So-
when we do stuff, we do it right.
Absolutely.
When we do it right.
Upside down the glass.
It's up, you upside down. So, you got anything to say, Zabi? You
I
been
do.
quite quiet.
I do.
Are you
I
sitting
think-
there?
I thank God for all of y'all here, this evening, and I like what I've been hearing so far. My main concern though, being the administrator that I am, I would like to see a policy created, a procedure book created.
Right.
Because we can sit in this room, we can toss around ideas all day long, but until we actually jot these things down and get down these worst case scenarios and what we're gonna do and how we're going to, move on different situations, I don't feel secure. And I don't feel secure not just for myself, but for us.
Right.
Because as long as we have loopholes to get through, spaces that people can slide on through, then we're not secure as a unit. We're not
Right.
secure as a community.
Right.
And we've made a few successes over the past few weeks, and I want to see those things continue, and
Right.
we got to build. So for me, I want to know, we need to put together a situation where we are training up more individuals. If it's us in this room, we're gonna need more than us in this room.
Right.
Right.
And even if it's 20 of us, we still gonna need more than 20 of us. We're gonna have to train the youth that are coming along, the children who are sitting in this room are
Right.
going to need to follow our footsteps. We need to make this thing generational.
Right.
Because we are currently breaking generational curses. So I love what I'm hearing right now. I want to write it down. I want to make it secure. Because this is exactly what we need. But so I'm interested. I wish you guys would definitely chime in and give us any questions that you guys may have as well, because I heard as we are throwing different things out in the air, that's what we need. We need people to talk to us, and we need the community to give us different type of scenarios, so that will make us think, that will make us cross our T's and dot the I's and different things like that. Like, so I feel as though definitely on the right track, and that we just need to continue going. That's all I got to say. It's like, okay, cool, let's put this shit in action then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Because
where I'm
the
at with
writing
it.
part primarily plays into like, the police officer here is supposed to be governed by the Constitution.
Yeah.
So they got their writing part together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they got their policies and whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then they got their jail, their court system, the sentences, which laws, the codified laws. So we have to write up all of that in order, like you said.
Yeah, and then we have to get our people to adhere to those things. We have to get them to
That's what I
sign a
was
waiver
wondering.
as well. Because if we get, it's cool to say in the moment of nothing happening, yes, of course, I would love for you to step in if I'm acting a fool.
Right.
But yeah, get me together.
Right.
But in that heat of that moment,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's some things can go down.
Right.
That's right.
And that's what I was
Well,
gonna
that's why we
say.
have, everything, they come strapped, so, I mean, they ready.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about as far as, because when you have a situation like we're here to police the community, right?
Right.
And that's, you can be ready all you want to, but if you put your hands on me and I
It's
live
gonna
in
be
the
a
state of
different
Virginia,
story.
I can
Right.
sue your ass.
But I think they don't care about lawsuits at this point.
I think that we
But
need to
the
think about that in the
structure
forefront, so we
organization
can make
would
sure
be
that we
In the
have our,
future.
Right.
yeah, so we can make sure we
Right
have
now-
our T's crossed and our I's
So
dotted.
now the word comes up, vetting. What is the vetting process of who is a candidate?
Well, wait a minute, hold on.
What
What
it
y'all
is.
gonna say something?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, yeah, go ahead.
First, before we can start policing our own communities, we gotta gain the trust
Of
in our community.
Absolutely.
Because therefore, and just take for instance with the situation with Tasia, with the girl Ari, like if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have jumped in and been, concerned as they were. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's a lot of reasons why the community cannot get along with the police.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no trust, there's
No
no loyalty,
relationship.
there's no
Just a bunch of
relationship, no
religion.
common ground. And when things happen, especially when you look in the projects, when things happen, it's not an urgency
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
to them. You feel what I'm saying? Compared to if I'm calling in Chuck, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, but it
So-
was an urgency to get to y'all though. When y'all
Exactly,
over there.
exactly.
They was
Hey,
real
so
urgent.
you
They
have
were
to-
urgent to get to
Before
y'all.
you can even throw anything
Yeah,
out
yeah.
about police in the community, you have to gain the trust of the community first. Because, like you say, you could walk up to a situation and you think you cool with somebody, and then as soon as you step in and try to de-escalate it, now they at you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you have to gain that community first, to gain the trust with the community first, and then implement, okay, well, this is what we're gonna be doing.
That's right.
We're gonna come into your community, and if things hit the fan, you call us. Or, and if we can't handle it, then we'll get somebody involved
Right, yeah.
to
Right.
de-escalate the
Right,
situation.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
No, you go and then sleep and then you.
And I don't think it would be so much of policing, it would
Right.
be more so of caring.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and just being
Guidance,
concerned.
protection.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm nosy.
Yeah.
You can't be my neighbor because if I know you walk your dog
Yeah.
every day at a certain time,
Talk about
and
it,
I
sis.
see you,
Come on,
and
that's
then
what
2
we
or 3
need.
days I don't see your ass,
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. Where the hell is she at?
That's
Because
right.
I ain't seen that car move. I ain't seen none of that.
Awareness
I'm the
check.
nosy black neighbor.
Awareness check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I was telling y'all, if you know for a fact that your neighbors, they argue every day.
Yep.
Every day. Somebody in the community needs to be going to that house once a week to make sure that girl is okay, or
Yeah.
make sure that guy is okay, because
Yeah.
it could go either way.
That's
Right.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
It's
right.
just, you gotta be nosy in a good way.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
right.
None of that mind your business.
Right.
No,
You
it's
just
too
gotta
much
be
of that.
nosy in a
So
good
like
way.
that.
walking through the community.
We are our business.
Talking to
Exactly.
them.
You are not
You are
business.
That's part.
All right,
Yes.
sleep. Go ahead.
Yes, you have to. You don't have to be, I'm sorry.
Let's sleep.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so my whole thing is this. I learned, like I grew up living in pretty much every part of the East area. And the reason I've learned that a lot of people in those areas don't respect authority, because it's like, why would I listen to someone who can't relate to me?
That's
Yeah.
the biggest one right
Yeah.
there.
Why am I going? Why would I take your advice or follow what you say, and you don't know nothing about me? You don't know where I come from. You don't know nothing about this.
Right.
So I think what it has to come to is, like you said, we gotta go to those communities and let those people know that we are people
Right.
who can relate to them.
Yeah.
Right.
And we
Right.
care.
We know what
Yeah.
we know where you come from.
Relationship.
We know what you're going through.
Relationship.
Yep.
Right. You gotta earn that trust.
We have to build those community relationships.
Right.
Right.
And earn their respect,
Right.
give them respect.
And we've been doing a
Yep.
good job at that.
Right.
Yes,
You know,
definitely.
we definitely been doing a good
And
job at that.
that's with the police, when they go into those areas,
It's disrespect.
they're already like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, they very
You know,
disrespectful.
they're already
Right.
like that, whether the
Right.
police officers are black or white, Hispanic,
Right.
Asian, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When they go into those communities, they're already turned up. Already.
They don't hire people from the community to police.
Right.
There you go.
That's the
9 times out
problem.
of 10,
There
it's
you
somebody
go.
who
They
can't
live
relate.
somebody's, you know,
From
somewhere
the
else.
county.
Yeah.
Different county.
Since
Just seen it on
since
TV.
we've been protesting, I can only say that we've met one officer. One.
That's fine.
One. She was a female. I forget, I think her district was third.
In front of the precinct?
No, we was at Maggie Walker.
Oh, okay.
We was protesting at Maggie Walker one night, She stopped. We thinking she ready to say something. We done said F12 and everything, right? So she rolled the window down. So we like, what the hell you want?
Right.
So she's like, can I get out? Can I come talk to y'all? So we like looking at each other like, get out the car.
Yeah.
Yep, get on out the car. So when she got out the car, she like, man, I just want to give y'all a hug. Like, she broke it down. Like, she like, I'm from Church Hill. Like, she had dreads and everything. She's like, I'm from
Yeah.
Church Hill. She like, honestly, if I could be out here with y'all, I would be right here. That her partner, he was cool, but he wasn't as cool as her.
Yeah.
You know, but I could tell she was very genuine what she was telling us, because the things we've been through, no officer has came to us like that.
Right.
And we were shocked. We was shocked because she got off. I mean, she parked and like gave I think it was about 6 of us out there that night, and she hugged every one of us and just broke it down and just like, yo, I'm one of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like, I'm
going
trying to
that
try to
extra
make it.
mile.
Yeah.
means a
Yeah.
lot.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Richmond
I think I
City
watched
or Clinton?
Right.
Sergeant Stanley said.
Right,
Yeah.
because you know, I feel as though there should be a combination of individuals who go to a situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Because somebody needs to be outside of the policing.
Yeah.
Someone needs to be there for mental
Mhm.
situations. You know, different things like that. So I like that. I think that that's something that we should also, you know, consider. Bless you, baby. Something that we should also consider when we, you know, when there are situations and we are called to them. Make sure we have other individuals who be able to assess the
And it
situation
should be
with us.
automatic.
That's right. And together we're able
Yeah.
to make an assessment, and
Yeah.
that would be that for me.
That's
That's better
what we need
judgment.
right
Yeah,
there.
That-
absolutely.
that
That could
makes-
have prevented the
makes
death.
sense.
That could have prevented the death of Marcus Davis.
Yeah.
Come on,
Absolutely.
come
Sure.
on.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And George Floyd.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people.
A lot.
Yeah.
You
A
know?
lot of
Because
us.
it's
Makes
nice
sense.
to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, it's 6:50. We have a few more minutes. I wanted to get Pops to talk about Donovan Lynch, so
Okay,
we
yeah.
can continue that
The Virginia Beach
discussion.
shooting.
When we find out more information that is probably gonna come in the next couple of weeks or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So
Next
whoever
couple
knows
days.
the most about it or whatever, can y'all tell us, because I wasn't able to find it out online, except for the same type of news story that was keeping everybody else's
Right.
news story. So if y'all have deeper information, please tell the public about it.
Well, I was just down there, past 3 days. We went down there on Saturday, we protested,
Where?
down at Virginia Beach, the oceanfront. Basically, it's every other Saturday, they're down there protesting, and then whatever topic at that point, like, unfortunately, they were protesting, what happened before. You know what I'm saying? Like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, things of that nature, and, you know, the other people that were slain in Virginia Beach. But now, it seems like now they got 2 more to add to it.
Right.
So it seems like every other week there's more names.
Right.
So when they say their names, it's like which one?
That's what
Right,
I'm
which
saying.
one?
That's right.
Which one? So basically, there was an officer who shot. It's been confirmed that the officer shot Donovan Lynch. He's not cooperating. He pleaded the fifth.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're innocent,
Police officer?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And
Oh yeah.
how old was Donovan?
Donovan was 25 years old, a year younger than my son. So yeah, that
A college graduate at that.
absolutely, absolutely, an entrepreneur, you know, businessman, you know, a man of the community, whatnot. You know what I mean? He was highly respected, and they tried to tarnish that man's name by saying he was out there brandishing a firearm, this, that, and the other. The cop never turned on the body cam, so that right there should be automatic termination.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because if that happens, guess what the rest of them gonna do?
Yeah.
Turn their damn cameras
Yep.
on.
Yep.
And then guess now that they know that their cameras on, they may or may not, but it's more likely that they're not gonna do brutality while that camera's on.
Right.
So, but the officer, the name was only been given out by one organization down there, BLM 757. Nobody else has confirmed it yet because of the whole fifth. So I guess he's got like some kind of blanket anonymity or whatever until it comes out. But there was witnesses there. I was there at the funeral with them. So the story's about to come out. It's about to come out big. And allegedly the cop's name is Solomon Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Black
it's the
man.
same cop. Yeah, he's a black man. And it's the same cop who has a history of
Allegedly
has a history.
Allegedly.
Based off of the pictures and the videos that I've seen.
Mhm.
Allegedly off of the videos that I've witnessed with my own 2 eyes, not what the media told me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, he had alleged history of that, and so now it's like, and the other young lady, DeShayla Harris, The one that was killed as well. She was in that she reality TV star down there. What's it called?
Oh, yeah,
Girls Club.
yeah.
She was killed as well by a straight bullet.
She tried to duck.
And now
Okay.
they're investigating
Down
down
at
at
Virginia
GB.
Beach.
From the same
Same
Same,
Same
night.
night.
Yeah.
Same
This
night.
is crazy.
For all we know, it could have been a flying
I was gonna say, was
That's
it,
crazy.
are they speculating that it's from that shooting?
There's,
It-
oh, it definitely speculated.
is,
It's
yeah.
from that shooting, definitely.
Yeah.
But the speculation is that it may have been a straight bullet from law enforcement.
Right.
There was
Right,
only
they
one
hit
law
her.
enforcement there.
Shooting.
And they left Donovan's body in the street for a ridiculously long amount of time before they even tried to do anything to that man.
What date did this happen?
This, oh Lord.
It was a spring break thing, wasn't it?
This was
Friday. It was a
a
Friday.
week and some change ago.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
because they just had the funeral.
It's very
Not
recent.
this past Friday,
Before
Friday
they shoot us,
before
they
that.
leave us for dead.
24.
Yeah.
They
and
just
that's-
stand there and look at us.
Yeah,
Right.
and me being concerned because I open carry everywhere I go. Like this is the way I go to Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if that, the whole de-escalation thing we was talking about, if you run up on a situation, and I've done it. Hello, you saw the video. I did it. Dude had the gun in his hand.
Yeah, I seen
I didn't
that
pull
one.
mine out.
I
I
seen
didn't
that
shoot
one.
nobody.
But you
You
let
know
him
what
know,
I'm saying?
you let him know.
He was about to get laid down.
Yeah.
I was giving him the opportunity to save his own life.
Yeah, I seen that one.
I was giving him the
I said,
opportunity to save his
OG
own
about to
life.
give
So
him
my
the
thing
business.
is, now if he'd have been pointed at somebody, I'd have gave him one, and then I'd hit that lay down. One. But this man didn't even come around and do none of that. So even if this man, now, if something's going off, like say some shoot and jump off right here, right now, first thing I'm gonna do is try to get people to cover,
Right.
and then my gun's coming out, so that way I can, defend myself.
He's
So,
reaching, he's reaching.
Right.
That's always
Even if he
that.
don't have a gun, he's
Right,
reaching.
right.
So there's gonna be a lot of information trickling down like crazy right now from that. And it's basically like all the people that are out there in the street that jumped out there for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, everything else, we got one right here, possibly two, right here in Virginia Beach. Right here in
Right,
Virginia
yeah.
Beach. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
about
So,
to turn up.
And
in
the
fact,
girl
and my thing is,
died
they, oh yeah, the girl passed away too, and they just got her body back. They kept her body for a whole
Yeah.
week.
Oh, wow.
So, and yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
Oh my
It's
God.
absolutely, but it's crazy though because some of our protesters that went down to Virginia Beach to support the movement down there got arrested for walking in the street, jaywalking.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason that they got arrested was because of facial recognition, because of all of the cameras that Virginia Beach has. So where the camera footage at that night right
Come on,
there?
you better.
When we were marching down,
Everybody.
we were marching down the boulevard, the boardwalk, they was following us with drones and everything else.
Of course.
So you got all that money. Where the
Where's
cameras
the
at? Come on,
footage?
you know somebody saw something.
Exactly.
So right now there is a $1,600 reward, a $1,600 reward for anybody that has any footage of that night showing the shooting whatsoever.
What
right now.
location was this at on
This was
it at a restaurant? Like, where was it?
this was
The boardwalk, right?
it was
Yeah.
just off the boardwalk.
And it was outside of a restaurant, I think.
Yeah, it's right off of Pacific.
Because I think the girl was
I
trying
think
to
it was
get
like
something to
20
eat, or they was just.
20th Street or something like that. I think it was 20th Street.
Did
Something like
anybody
that.
say why the police were even there? Like, what were they there?
Crowd
I guess 'cause,
control.
they showed up for
The
the
ordinance.
because there was two different shootings down there. There was two different shootings down there. So yeah, I'm not really sure
Yeah.
whether or not they were responding to
Because I
that.
think the kids.
But they always
prepare
have
for
heavy
spring
presence
break
down
or
there.
something.
I was saying they always have heavy presence down there this time of
Yeah, for
year.
crowd
Right.
control.
Yeah, so
But if you have the video, do not give it to the police.
Yes,
Do not.
yes.
Contact somebody
Anybody
that you
on
see
this
on this
panel?
panel.
Yeah, you can send it to any-
Send it to somebody, but not to.
You can send it to
you will
anybody
be,
up
you will be
here.
receiving your reward, trust us.
So it's 6:56.
Okay.
Do y'all wanna run through y'all social media again so people know how to get in contact with y'all if they?
Yeah, you can
know,
contact
need
me on
anything
Facebook
or-
at Lawrence Robinson or hit me up on YouTube at New Black World Order TV.
Oh, you already know it's the Talk of the Streets, y'all. Listen, if you got the Talk of the Street or you got any information like they were just saying, you can definitely send it to this platform and I will make sure it gets to them, definitely. I am Zabi D. Morgan, aka Lady CEO, the Purpose Pusher, y'all.
I'm Florida French, aka Frank Hunt. You can find me at Florida_French21 at Instagram.com or Facebook.com at Florida French Reloaded.
Queen 7. QUEENIESEBYN on Facebook.
Pops Homes on Facebook, and on Instagram it's V_humble72.
Meek Ross, Facebook Meek Ross.
I am and forever will be Sleepy Montana. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram under Sleepy Montana. That's SLEEPIE. Also the greatest rapper
Okay.
Say
Talk about
word.
it.
And I'm shocked
Yeah.
obsessed with Instagram, working the camera
Yeah.
tonight.
And this is some of the faces of the liberation movement here in Richmond.
Come
right?
over here so we can get you on
You know what I'm
the stream
saying?
too.
So we can get shot. You know what I'm saying? And I like to salute these young folks, man.
I
They
love
really
y'all.
made me proud, man. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And what they did for my baby Tasia and me, I mean, I'm still feeling the love. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. Like, these women right here just embraced me through this whole moment. And it was that feminine energy that just keep making me go through every day. And I appreciate you, queens. I really do.
Oh, appreciate you too. Yeah.
Sometimes what the world be missing is the mother's love. A woman's first instinct is to nurture.
That's right.
I'm trying to get
Most
married.
of us.
Okay.
Some of y'all got that side.
450.
But we definitely need our kings behind us.
Absolutely.
Or beside us, or in front of us.
Or in front.
Or, you know.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, I stopped
Well,
saying
y'all,
my jokes, man.
It's the Talk of the Street. Make sure you tune in. Stay connected. Next time, well, Friday we got For the Culture, episode 9. So make sure you tune in there too. We'll be back some other season for Bible study in the hood.
That's right. So let's on the count of
That's
three. On the count of three, let's do a great black power. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Black power!
And don't
All
forget,
right.
don't neglect show me a word.
Liberation
Yes.
through confrontation.
That part. Peace.
That was good,
And the
y'all.
chopper get to shaking like a torch or something.
Yeah. For
Don't
Jesus.
get your,
I know both my phones probably
Damn, so left
dead.
to right there.
Yeah. Both of them things dead.
your leg.
Yeah, Zabi.
Thank you, ma'am.
The microwave working on that mic.
Thank you, Zion, for your work.
It's the war. The microwave. You need a microwave?
Oh, we're gonna develop it. We're gonna develop
Pops, don't press that. Don't listen to Huey. Don't listen to Huey.
Come on, girl.
Just don't listen to Huey. Hey, I just want y'all to know, I only came because I like him.
I cut this joint off.
I was just sitting on.
You did?